Director when you're ready.
This
Okay.
meeting is being recorded.
Yeah, you just gotta let folks in first.
Okay, so everybody can hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
Director. You may begin the meeting.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Please rise. If we could have a moment of silence for all our emergency personnel and our troops, that they always come home safe. And our thoughts and prayers for all those that were lost to the COVID. Thank you. For those that can join me in the salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
with liberty
and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law, notice of this public meeting has been published in the Home News Tribune and Star Ledger newspapers and posted on the Middlesex County website, as well as on the front door and bulletin board of the Middlesex County Administration Building, at least 48 hours in advance notice of this meeting, which shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting. Participants on this call will have the ability to speak during the public portions of this meeting. Members of the public must press *9 to virtually raise their hand to speak. When your hand is raised, you'll be placed in the queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to be unmuted. When this happens, the phone operator will instruct the participant to press *6 to unmute themselves. You will know when you have been unmuted and it is time to speak when you hear the operator say you are unmuted. When a participant has either completed their comments within the 5-minute time limitation or told their allocated 5 minutes are up, they'll be placed on mute by the moderator.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Ascona Barber? Here. County Commissioner Kenny?
Here.
County Commissioner Koppel? County Commissioner McCollum?
Here.
County Commissioner Nara?
Here.
County Commissioner Tamara?
Here.
County Commissioner Director Rio?
Here. We have minutes for approval.
Yes, Board of County Commissioners regular meeting, May 6, 2021 at 7:00 p.m.
Motion to
Is there a
approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Ascona Barber?
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny?
Yes.
County Commissioner McCollum?
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara?
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rio?
Yes, we have ordinances, public hearing, and final adoption.
Yes, notice of this public hearing was published in the Home News Tribune on May 11, 2021. This public hearing was authorized at a meeting of the Board of County Commissioners held on May 6, 2021.
The clerk will read ordinance number 460.
Bond Ordinance 460, refunding bond ordinance of the County of Middlesex, New Jersey, providing for the refunding of all or a portion of various series of the county's outstanding bonds, appropriating not to exceed $16,500,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of not to exceed $60,500,000 tax exempt and or taxable refunding bonds of the county in one or more series at one or more times for financing the cost thereof.
At this time, before I open up the public portion, I'd like to just remind everybody that we have utilized advanced capabilities and technology to conduct this meeting in order to keep the quorum and of this meeting and allow those wishing to speak to do so uninterrupted. As the clerk of the board recited earlier, applied to this meeting, participants on this call will have the ability to speak during the public portion of this meeting. Before participants can unmute themselves, they must press *9 to virtually raise your hand. Your hand is raised, you will be placed in the queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, the phone operator will instruct the participant to press *6 to unmute themselves. You will know when you've been unmuted and it's time to speak when you hear the operator say you're unmuted. When a participant has either completed their comments within the 5-minute time limitation or told their allocated 5 minutes are up, they will be placed on mute by the moderator. At this time, I have declared the public hearing open. If anyone has any comments on the public hearing only. Moderators or operators, is there anyone in the queue?
Yes, Director, I will allow that individual to speak now.
Okay, please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Hey, Director, it's Charlie Cradaville from New Brunswick today. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. I just wanted a kind of a basic overview of the ordinance. It's a little hard for me to understand exactly what's going on here with this refunding bonds. Is there certain appropriations that are going to be made with the funds, or what's going on here?
Okay, Joe Paridi, can you give Mr. Cradaville a brief summary?
Yes, these are existing bonds that have exceeded the threshold for savings. And in total, we're taking advantage of very low interest rates, and we're refunding them for potential savings over $800,000 a year.
Okay. And is that money going to anything in particular, or it's just going to be in the general fund?
Well, that's lowering the debt service for the county, and lowering the debt service obviously allows us to earmark funds in the future for other projects or services.
Of course. Can you tell me, for doing this, do you need to have a bond counsel? And if so, who is the bond counsel?
Yes, we do have a bond counsel. Mr. Kelso, could you please elaborate on the bond counsel for us?
In this particular case, it's McCarter in English.
That's correct. And also, it's subject to approval by the state of New Jersey Division of Local Government Services that it meets a threshold of potential savings.
Right. And can you just tell me what the fee is for the bond counsel?
Well, we haven't concluded a deal, so we haven't received the invoice yet. But it's based on, it's based on the resolution that was approved earlier by the commissioners.
Okay. Well, I'll follow up later. Thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you. Anyone else in the queue, moderator?
Not at this time, Director.
Is there a motion to close?
Motion to close.
Is there a second? Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adopt ordinance number 460 on final reading?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call?
County Commissioner Escalona Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner McCollum,
Yes.
County Commissioner Rivera,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamaro,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Reports to commissioners. Commissioner Clarabelle Escona Barber.
Thank you, Director Rios. I want to remind everyone that the Middlesex County Emergency Rental Assistance Program is now available. I encourage renters struggling financially due to the COVID-19 to apply for financial assistance with the rent and utilities. For more information, please visit the Middlesex County website. We continue recognizing May as Older American Month and celebrate the countless contributions older adults make to help build a strong community. I would like to thank the municipal senior centers for continuing to build communities of strength for our older adults and their very creative effort in staying connected during this pandemic by hosting virtual programs, grab and go meal events, drive-by visit to homebound residents, along with many other events which have been conducted. Your efforts are truly appreciated. I am very excited about a next week's upcoming event called Dine Below the Line. This event will feature local chefs sharing videos of delicious meals prepared on a budget with ingredients found in food pantries. These dishes will be judged by creativity, cost, nutrition, and the audience will have the opportunity to vote for their favorite. The event will air live on YouTube on June 3rd at 6 p.m. The link can be found in MidFood's website. And we're asking everybody to please join and to vote for their favorite chef. And that concludes my report, Director Rios.
Thank you. Commissioner Charlie Kenny?
Thank you, Director Rios. We have some items on the agenda for tonight from the Engineering Department in regards to milling and paving. This is part of our yearly programs. The roads included in engineering and paving are primarily high volume and traffic thoroughfares and are targeted for nighttime construction. The roads are include sections of Woodbridge Avenue, Prologis Way, Plainfield Road, River Road, Hamilton Boulevard, Washington Road, Bordentown Ave, Raritan Street, Washington Ave, Old Bridge Turnpike, George Street, and French Street. And we're going to also be working with the Borough of Dunellen to, under an interlocal cost share agreement, to do a few municipal roads in that town. And so I ask all of my fellow commissioners for their support on those items today. And that's all I have, Director. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Scott McCollum? Commissioner
Thank you,
Scott
Director.
McCollum?
Thank you, Director. Happy to report that beginning May 15th, 2021, Middlesex County Division of Historic Site and History Services, in partnership with Quest Upon, an award-winning augmented reality company, have launched an Uncovering History Tour in celebration of History Day. Middlesex County is one of New Jersey's first counties to integrate this leading-edge technology to create an original COVID-19 friendly walking tour for people to experience the history and stories of the forgotten village at Raritan Valley. To take part in this compelling mix of family fun and education, all while talking, relaxing, and walking through Johnson's Park, simply download the Quest Upon app on an iPhone or Android device and play the Raritan Village Quest Upon anytime. Please visit our website for the recorded content. Also, the Arts Institute is hosting a variety of pop-up performances and are gearing up for another Summer of Arts in the Park series. They're bringing back the chalk art programming with plans for murals at senior centers downtown New Brunswick and planning another large-scale mural in the intersection of George Street and Livingston in honor of Juneteenth. From the Office of Career Opportunity, I'm happy to share that Kevin Purcell, Director of the Office of Career Opportunity, has been elected President of the Garden State Unemployment and Training Association. The job market in the county is trending upward. Our Business Solutions team has identified hundreds of job opportunities with local businesses who are hiring immediately. For information, please call 732-745-3955 or go to the Middlesex County Workforce Development Board website, which is www.mcwdb.org. From the Superintendent of Schools, the Office of the Superintendent of Schools is working diligently to make sure that all the schools in districts of Middlesex County are ready to comply with Governor Murphy's announcement that upon the conclusion of this school year, portions of Executive Order 175 allowing remote learning will be rescinded, meaning that schools will be required to provide full-day in-person instruction as they did prior to the COVID-19 public health emergency. From the Office of Cooperative Extension Services, I wish to congratulate our Master Gardener volunteers for their dedication and service to the county and for their successful involvement in the Rose for Hungry program at the Earth Center at Davidson Mill Pond Park. and working with the Office of Cooperative Extension Services, the Master Gardeners have already produced and donated over 13 pounds of lettuce to Cruz and Elijah Promise. They look forward to quadrupling their donations from last year. That concludes my report. Thank you, Director.
Thank you. Deputy Director Nara?
Thank you, Director. From the Divisions of Solid Waste, Environmental, and Recycling, as part of its county Environmental Health Act, a contract with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection, the Middlesex County Environmental Health Division is participating in the Pesticide Inspection Program for the 2021 fiscal year. Beginning in July 2020, a significant part of this program involved conducting inspections of landscapers who are found to be applying pesticides on residential and commercial properties in the county. These inspections ensure that the landscapers are properly state licensed and are also applying labeled and approved substances. Multifamily residences, such as apartment complexes, are also inspected to ensure that pesticide applications are conducted by licensed applicators, products are being properly restored, and residents notified of applications. Schools in the county are inspected to ensure that an integrated pest management program is always being implemented. Retail stores are also being inspected to ensure that only EPA-registered pesticide and herbicide products are being sold. This program is designed to reduce the amount of illegal pesticides in the environment. These illegal pesticides are detrimental to the health of the public in Middlesex County, both through direct contact and from runoff to water sources. An upcoming event, on Saturday, May 22nd, the divisions will conduct another paper event. This free shred program will be held at the Carteret Community Center, located at 100 Cook Avenue. The shred event will be conducted from 9 a.m. to noon or until the trucks are full. Residents may bring paper materials for shredding and recycling, thus protecting personal information. Please, though, refrain from placing any items other than paper to avoid damaging the shredding devices. And finally, while we're making great progress fighting COVID here in New Jersey, I want everyone to remember that we haven't completely won the battle, but right now we've made significant progress because everyone who's 12 years old or older who lives, works, or studies in New Jersey is now eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine. And I would urge all our residents to register to get their vaccine. There are many places now where you can get that, whether it is a government site, a state site, a county site, or a local pharmacy. If you would like any further information, please visit our county website, or you can visit the state website at covid19.nj.gov. And that is my report for this evening, Director.
Thank you. Commissioner Charlie Tamaro?
Thank you, sir. Kids and Teens in the Park. Registration for our summer Kids and Teens in the Park program are now open. Check out our website for more information on these virtual programs available for our young performers. Music review this summer. Although COVID will keep us from having the full slate of shows at the Plays in the Park this summer, don't miss out on our live stream musical reviews. Our first review, America the Beautiful, is scheduled for July 2nd at 8 p.m. Join us virtually for a heartwarming and patriotic celebration of the U.S. from sea to shining sea, dedicated to all members of our armed forces near and far. Save the date and check out our website for more information. Our National Trails Day is Saturday, June 5th, 2021. Celebrate National Trail Day at Davison Mill Pond Park. Join the Middlesex County Conservation Corps on outdoor work to improve our trail system. For more information or register, please visit our website. And please continue to be safe. Although Governor Murphy has lifted our outdoor gathering requirements and social distancing requirements remain in place. Please do your part for our community and continue to practice social distancing while our parks and open space. And that concludes my report for this evening, Director.
Thank you. I just want to reiterate what my colleagues said. It's so important that we continue trying to fight this fight with the COVID-19, and I just ask all our residents and visitors, just to make sure that we practice the proper protocols for the COVID-19. Wear your mask, wash your hands, and stay 6 feet away. And it's just so critical that we get through this. Hopefully the worst is over and we'll get better. Okay, Mr. Kelso, do we have any resolutions to be added?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be amended?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be held?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be voided?
There are none.
Okay, as I stated earlier, I'll repeat myself, that appreciate everyone coming on the call. And again, we're using technology, trying to make sure that we maintain order and decorum. And everyone on this call will have the ability to speak during the public portion. You'll only be able to speak on any resolutions listed only. And before you can unmute yourselves, you must press *9 to virtually raise your hand. When your hand is raised, you'll be placed in a queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to unmute themselves. This happens, the phone operator will instruct the participant to press *6 to unmute themselves. You'll know when you've been unmuted, and it's time to speak when you hear the operator say you're unmuted. And when the participant has either completed their comments within the 5-minute time limitation or are told that their allocated 5 minutes are up, they'll be placed on mute by the moderator. At this time, I open up the public portion for any comments on resolutions, only resolutions listed on the agenda. Moderator, is there anyone in the queue?
There is, Director.
Okay, you want to unmute that person?
Yes, sir.
And please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes to speak only on resolutions listed.
Good evening once again, Mr. Director. It's Charlie Cradaville. I'd like to ask about a number of different resolutions on your agenda, starting with the very first one. This is intriguing, expanding the membership of the Board of Elections, adding 2 members. Can you tell me whose idea was this? I see you're the sponsor.
This was as per state law, NJSA 19:6-17. So this is where one Republican and 1 Democrat will be appointed to the Board of Elections.
And I'll
Director,
just repeat.
I'm sorry, I might add that the law was amended only within the last maybe 18 months or 2 years to allow that expansion. It's not been in the books before.
Right, thank you. And so, yeah, I'll just repeat the question. Whose idea was it? I see it's an option under the new law to expand the size of the board. I'm curious who suggested this.
For us to do it, Mr. Cradaville?
Yeah. I mean, you introduced the resolution. What prompted that?
Well, I think it makes sense just to increase the numbers, so to make sure that, if we have enough members, that in case we have, for some reason, members not able to make the meeting, that we'll have at least a quorum to conduct business at the Board of Elections.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I certainly understand they have a lot of work to do, and having extra people would probably be helpful. I just, constructive suggestion. I think under the law, my reading of the law, you don't necessarily have to appoint people from the 2 major political parties. You could have, folks who are in other parties, or these seats could go to even unaffiliated independent voters, and that would, I think, make a lot of sense. I think our election systems are kind of messed up because it's only the 2 parties that are involved, and everybody else who's on the outside doesn't have advocates on this board. So since you are expanding it, I just encourage you to keep an open mind, and if the law allows you to appoint unaffiliated independents instead of more partisans from the 2 major parties, you might want to consider that. It'd be more representative. But I'll move on to 621 on page 3. Can I find out which parcel this is, and what the status is on that giant hole in the ground?
621, you said, Mr. Cradaville?
Yes, sir.
3.
Director Ron Sender, I can answer that question if you'd like.
Yes, Mr. Sender.
Okay, Charlie, this is the Flores property. It's on, Spring Street, and it's about 980 square feet. It's a temporary construction easement. We need to reconfigure the sidewalk in that area, get some, paving. You know that we're, making, the Albany Eastman French, signal a four-legged intersection.
Right,
So that
right.
requires a leeway.
Okay, and I hope the sidewalk will be bigger than what it is now. It's, I think it's the world's smallest sidewalk I've ever seen there on Spring Street. But can you tell me what the status is of the actual, development that's proposed there? I heard some talk that there might be a groundbreaking in a month or two. Is something happening there finally?
I can only speak to the intersection project.
Okay.
If you have questions, I'm more than happy to answer those.
Okay. Thank you as always for that. I did want to also ask about 653 at the top of page 7. 653. What is this? Execution, delivery, and performance of certain agreements in connection with refunding of a lease purchase transaction, and what's going on here? And refresh my memory. Which building is Civic Square 4? Is that the family court?
Mr. Kelso, can you answer that?
I'm trying to recall. I think Civic Square 4 is the last one that was done, so I think it's the, might be the family court. I don't recall, frankly, Charlie.
Okay. And what is going on with this resolution? What is what prompted this? What is happening here?
Time's up.
Joe, you might answer the question, but it's the same thing as what the ordinance that we just adopted, which is, it's essentially a refinance. That's what a refunding is. It's a refinance of existing debt in order to take advantage of the lower rates.
Yes, Tom, this is a companion resolution to the ordinance.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to
Thank
know.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moderator, is there anyone else in the queue? Is there anyone else in the queue, moderator?
I apologize, I was on mute, Director. No, there is not.
Is there a motion to close?
Motion to close the public portion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Does anyone have to remove any items from the consent agenda to be voted on separately? No?
Yes, Director. Yes,
Yes,
Director.
Okay, shoot. Commissioner Nara?
Okay, I need to, be recused from 21-632-R and 21-637-R.
Okay, anyone else?
Yes, Director, it's Commissioner McCollum. I'll be
Okay.
present but not voting on resolution number 21-692R.
Okay. Anyone else?
I believe that's it, Director.
Okay, Mr. Kelso?
Yes, Director, a motion would then be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 21-618 through resolution 21-692, excluding resolutions 21-632, 21-637, and 21-692 to be voted upon separately.
Is there a motion?
Motion to adopt the consent agenda?
Second.
Roll call?
County Commissioner Escona Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny.
Yes.
Yes.
County Commissioner McCollum,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes.
And now, Director, it would be appropriate to consider the two resolutions excluded by Deputy Director Nara, and those are resolutions 21-632 and 21-637.
Is there a motion?
Motion to adopt?
Is there a
second,
Roll call?
County Commissioner Escona Barber,
yes,
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner McCollum,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Present but not voting.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes.
And now, Director, it would be appropriate to consider the resolution excluded by Commissioner McCollum, and that's Resolution 21-692.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
second,
Roll call?
County Commissioner Escona Barber,
yes,
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner McCollum,
Present but not voting. Thank you.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Okay, before we go into the public portion, again, let me just reiterate about being able to speak during the public portion. Before participants are able to unmute themselves, they must press *9 to virtually raise your hand. When your hand is raised, you'll be placed in a queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. Moderator will ask participants to raise hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, the phone operator will instruct the participant to press *6 to unmute themselves. You'll know when you've been unmuted. When it's time to speak, you'll hear the operator say you're unmuted. And when a participant has either completed their comments within the 5-minute time limitation or told they're allocated 5 minutes or up, they will be placed on mute by the moderator. At this time, I open up the meeting to the public. Is there anyone in the public, moderator?
Yes, Director, I will allow that individual to speak.
Okay. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Charlie Cradaville, once again. Mr. Director, first question is for the new commissioner. I just wanted to ask what you hope to accomplish in this new role.
Well, first of all, Charlie, you know, the questions go through the chair, which is me, and I'll ask the commissioner if she'd like to comment on this, on that question. Commissioner McCollum?
Director?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I couldn't, it was hard for me to hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm having connection problems here. Yes, Mr. Cradaville asked the question, what would you like to accomplish in your new role? She brings a wealth of experience from being in the city, on the township council from Piscataway, and I would imagine she has some positive goals to make here. But I'll let her answer some questions.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Cradaville, and thank you, Director, for that. You know, Mr. Cradaville, first and foremost, it's a pleasure to serve the residents of Middlesex County, but I had the pleasure to serve the residents of Piscataway that provided me with, in my opinion, a strong foundation in order to serve here on the County Commissioner Board. And I look forward to utilizing some of the knowledge that I've gained serving on the council to serve the residents of Middlesex County. And I look forward to working with some of the departments that I'm currently overseeing. Thus far, I can tell you I found what I'm actually looking to be responsible for very interesting. So looking forward to the opportunity. Thank you.
Great, thank you, and best of luck to you. Following up on something I asked about at the last meeting, it's my understanding the county is going to be responsible for the costs of fitting up the vacant supermarket in downtown New Brunswick and turning it into a prosecutor's office, probation department office. How much approximately is that going to cost the county to do?
I don't know if Mr. Spataro is on the phone call. That may be a question that I may have to get back to you, Mr. Cradaville, on.
Okay. Well, I trust you know where to find me, and if I don't hear from you, I'll follow up. Was it true there was a problem with the county website? Last Wednesday, I was experiencing difficulty accessing it, and some people told me there were issues with it.
Moderator, is that a fact that there were problems with the county website?
Director, I was not aware of any direct problems, no.
Okay. Speaking of the website, I spoke at length about the issues with the New Brunswick school election and specifically the failure to report the results in a complete and timely fashion. The county clerk has a system to, disseminate